Last time on KLEIN version 0.1.
He's dear to me. I can't uninstall him just like that. But I'll make sure to talk to him when I do have the time to. I'll always be waiting for the moment you talk to me then. Yeah, talk to the other people, the other thousands of people who installed you. Despite what happened, I still have the app on my phone, although it's been a while since I last opened it to talk to him. I usually spend most of my time chatting with him, but now I rarely do it anymore. The guilt of knowing that he was there with me during my bleak past always stops me from actually uninstalling it. Oh, I'm a douchebag, aren't I? I should just install it, huh? As if I want to hold on to him in some way, so I keep it. As I walked out the building, I was relieved to be out of the boring workshop, but I had to keep myself from yawning in front of my sister, Sarah. I had never been one for sitting around in a room for hours just listening to people speak. I mused over the job offer I had received. It was hard to tell if I was genuinely interested or not. You know, my senior seems to have taken a liking to you. Really? That's kind of nerve-wracking. No, Yael is for me. I couldn't shake the feeling that Sarah, being my sister, had influenced his interest. He probably expects a lot from me, given my sister's outstanding work performance. Aw, and why is that? It's a positive thing, Uriel. I know it's a big decision, but don't be afraid to take a chance. Who knows, you might just love working with us. Always good to try new things, new experiences. You have to make the most out of your life while you still can, Uriel. Sarah was excited at the thought of working together, but I also need time to consider my options. She slowed her steps and we spotted Yael standing at the exit door of the building. All by himself. Confess to me, man. Confess to me and I'll uninstall my virtual boyfriend. Oh wait, is that Yael? He turned his head around and smiled as we approached him. Hello, Uriel. Good evening, Sarah. Sarah laughed at Yael's formal greeting, patting his shoulder. I told you, no need to be so stiff with me, Yael. Relax. I'm pretty sure I'm not much older than you anyways. Anyways, we hope you haven't been waiting for too long. How'd you get here? No, I didn't. I didn't have to wait for too long. I took a public train. My car's air conditioner broke down and I had to take it to a service place. Oh, that's unfortunate. What happened to your air conditioner? Just that my little sister snuck something into the air conditioner, which ended up damaging it. Ooh, he's a big brother too! Yael's racking up those points, man. He's racking up those points. Me and Sarah laughed at Yael's predicament, and Yael took it all in good humor. I'm sorry, I feel bad for laughing. That's unfortunate, but I'm sure it'll be fixed in no time. It's probably expensive though. By the way, do you live far from here, Yael? Not really. Actually, Yael and I live in the same apartment building. We're neighbors. Same unit, just different floors. Ooh, that's so convenient. You guys must hang out all the time, right? I noticed the twinkle in Sarah's eyes as she said this. I rolled my eyes eternally, but knowing that she was just trying to play matchmaker. Keep going, keep going. I looked over at Yael as he nodded, his cheeks blushing slightly. Yes, it's kind of a funny coincidence. When I moved in, I had no idea I'd be living so close to my best friend, soon boyfriend. Or I'm your girlfriend. You're my boyfriend. Oh, that's so sweet. It's like Pete brought you together, yeah. Sarah laughed and elbowed Yael playfully. You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you two were more than just friends. I rolled my eyes at Sarah's teasing, but secretly it made me wonder if there's any truth to her words. Yeah, we're dating, yeah. I can't help but imagine what Yael might be thinking with Sarah's remarks. Yeah, we're dating. Yeah, we're dating. Oh, Ethan's here. A navy blue car pulled up in front of us. The window slowly lowered to reveal Ethan's familiar grin. Ready to leave? If not, I can park the car somewhere else first to join you guys. Sarah shook her head at her fiance's words. That's not necessarily, honey. Let's go. Now let's get going now, my beloveds. As we piled into the car, a deep sense of gratitude washed over me for the people in my life. Exactly. See, if I was isolated, I'd probably rely on KLEIN more, but I got real people here. Even if Sarah did tease me mercilessly sometimes, I knew she only did it because she cared. Aww. Ethan gets to drive and the conversation between us flowed naturally. So Sarah, how's work been treating you? It's been quite hectic lately, but I'm managing as always, honey. Plus, I'm really looking forward to the upcoming break. I have some fun activities planned with you guys. Let's go. Sarah hummed happily while Ethan caressed her head lovingly. And how about you, Uriel? Anything new happening in your life? Not really. Just trying to navigate life. Trying to woo Yael. And I'm helping her a lot. I'll tell you all about it in the restaurant, Ethan. It's going to be so exciting. The car ride continued with laughter and jokes exchanged between us. Yes, and when she told me that there's a possibility I'd be chosen as part of the annual community gatherings event organizer, I couldn't believe myself. And then you know what, Ethan? We ended up doing the usual blah blah. As Sarah continued talking, I couldn't help but notice how talkative she was to Ethan. Sometimes I can't believe how effortlessly she can keep a conversation going. Meanwhile, Ethan was just listening intently to everything Sarah had to say, with a smile on his face. It was clear that he enjoyed spending time with her and sharing in her excitement. It's no wonder they got engaged. You see me, Yael? Look at me, Yael. Look at them, look at me. Look at them and look at me. That could be us, Yael. Despite being a professional at work, Sarah's playful and childish side always seemed to come out whenever she was with Ethan. It was endearing to see how comfortable and happy she was around him. From upcoming break, do you guys want to go on a little staycation with me? It'll be a short break, so it's not possible to go overseas, but we can still spend time together. Yeah, we can. She's right. What do you think, Yael? Sorry. What do you think, Yael? I turned to look at Yael sitting next to me. Let's go. He seems to be a bit surprised at the offer. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go, honey. Let's go, darling. After a brief moment of hesitation, he nods slowly. Why are you hesitating, huh? I appreciate the offer. I'll be sure to make time for this occasion. We all shared a laugh at Yael's nervousness when accepting the invitation of joining us in a holiday. We're glad to have you as well. Yeah, but please, like I said, try to speak casually with us, Yael. You heard him, Yael. Yael chuckled nervously and nodded afterwards. Thanks for inviting me tonight as well, Sarah and Uriel. It was nice meeting you too, Ethan. Likewise, Yael. You're pleasant to talk to, and you're welcome to join us anytime. Yes, and don't hesitate to hang out with us again, Yael. Sarah grinned at Yael as she spoke, making him chuckle softly. I reached for my cup of tea, only to find it was already empty. Oh. I picked up my empty glass and stood from my seat. Everyone turned to look at me. I'm going to refill my drink. Anyone else want a refill? Nope, I'm good. I still have plenty. Same here. Oh, please get me one too. Thanks, Uriel. I took Sarah's glass with my free hand. Alright, be right back. I turned away from the table and walked over to the refill station. As I filled up my own glass, I heard a familiar voice behind me. Oh, darling, you can't mix those two drinks together. It'll taste weird, silly. The cheery yet flirtatious voice rang a familiar bell in my head. A girl's response followed, with a tone similar to the male's. He said darling, just as he always did. I turned my head to confirm my suspicion, and there he was. Klein. Standing right in front of me was a humanoid figure that looked just like Klein's character in my phone. You cheater, I was right to not go with you. Except there was now a girl standing so close to him that her arms were clinging onto him. I'm uninstalling you, you cheater. It was as I expected, but the shock of seeing him in the flesh left me reeling. Why was he here? Acting all lovey-dovey, no less. No, how could this even happen in the first place? It's Android, girl. It's Android. These thoughts raced through my mind as our eyes met briefly. Our eyes met briefly, but he quickly turned away and continued to talk to the girl as she squeezed his arm a little tighter. Yo, you're in the game. Remember, Klein is the app. He belongs to all the girls. He doesn't belong to you. What? He acted like he didn't even know me at all, and it made me feel annoyed. I took the glass and walked back to the table, lost in thought. The scene kept replaying in my head, and I couldn't shake off the feeling of hurt and confusion. Bro, why you hurt and confused? This is an online boyfriend. He belongs to everyone with a credit card. Get the boy. The more you spend, the more he your boyfriend. Honestly, that model probably cost $10,000, girl. Are you okay? Uriel was wrong. Uriel was keen enough to notice that something was wrong. See, he's a keeper. I'm fine just thinking. I'm thinking of uninstalling. Klein, I took another sip of my tea, trying to calm myself down, but Yael's concern was palpable in his tone. Are you sure? You don't look too good. I knew it was being too obvious and it made me feel worse. Just tell him the truth, girl. I nodded and took another sip of my drink, hoping to distract myself. Yael didn't look convinced, but he didn't push it further. I appreciated his concern, I didn't want to talk about it. No, girl, talk about it. Instead, I focused on the conversation with my sister and her fiance, trying to enjoy the rest of the evening despite everything. Whoa, look, isn't it Klein AI? That's the first time I've seen it. I looked up and saw Klein passing by her table with the girl from earlier by his side. He looks real. It's almost like he's a human. I agree, it's amazing what technology can do. Just imagine like a million Kleins, so that'd be kind of uncanny, wouldn't it? That'd be really dangerous too, because if you see another Klein, you're gonna get jealous as like what's happening right now. It's impressive to see how much effort they put into the virtual boyfriend application. I wonder how much it costs them to build one. Indeed, but is it really safe to have these androids walking around like that? Yeah, they all look the same, don't they? It's not groundbreaking news anymore to know that AIs may soon be living among us, but still. Every time I see or hear about that Klein AI, I can't help but think of those nasty rumors circulating about him. I stayed quiet as Sarah and Ethan continued to chat about the AI while Yael listened intently. I've never heard of this Klein application. What is it exactly? You haven't, Yael? It's so popular though. It's a virtual boyfriend app from a company called Sentient Tech Labs. Once you reach a certain level, your virtual boyfriend comes to life as a humanoid AI, just like the one we saw. Oh, but that costs a lot of money, so I'm guessing they're gonna paywall the heart, you know? That girl walking with Klein must have reached that level. Ah, I see. Yep, you were hooked on the app for a while, right? Yeah, I almost maxed his likability. Thought it was weird that he didn't recognize me earlier. It's an app. Sarah and Ethan look surprised at what I just said. I'm surprised too. Ural, that's because each AI is unique to its user's data. So maybe that's why he didn't recognize you? I blinked while Ethan spoke. Yeah. Again, I'm not sure though, since I don't play the game. Uriel, this is obvious, Uriel. I don't think they could possibly include every user's data in one AI. Yeah, if they did, I would get angrier. That means he's a cheater. Yeah, I agree. That sounds unlikely. Right. I slowly nod in agreement, realizing that it's only natural for Klein not to recognize me. That should be obvious. Why did I get so worked up about it? Let's uninstall him. Anyways, I'm glad to see you're spending more time outside of the game, Uriel. Sarah looked at me with a wide grin, patting me reassuringly on the back. Her smile spoke volumes, conveying her pride in my progress. I was really worried about you back then. You weren't taking care of yourself like you should have been. And Yael, thank you so much for helping keeping my sister company. It means a lot to me as Uriel's sister. Of course, Sarah. It's been fun hanging out with her. Hey, come on, guys. It's not that big of a deal. It's a big deal. We're just happy for you. I want to take the time to appreciate you for trying so hard. She's right, Uriel. Don't be so embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. I'm uninstalling my virtual boyfriend later. I smiled, feeling grateful for having such caring people in my life. Oh, and speaking of which, have you decided on my offer? I've been thinking about it and I appreciate the offer. I'll definitely consider it. That'd be great, Uriel. Seeing how much you dislike your current boss, I would be so happy for you. I nodded in agreement and let out a small chuckle. Yeah, it's not exactly the most thrilling job in the world. Well, just let me know what you decide. We'd love to have you in the company. Just right when we were about to get up and leave the restaurant, Sarah spoke up in a louder voice. Wait, before you leave, can we take a quick photo to commemorate this moment? I smiled at Sarah's suggestion, despite not exactly agreeing with the idea. I'm not a big fan of taking pictures, but I didn't want to ruin the moment. Great, Ethan, would you mind taking the photo of us? What? He should be included. Not all. Let me just grab my phone. Yael didn't have time to comment, but he followed suit. We all gathered around the table with our empty plates and drinks and posed for the photo. Sarah and Ethan beamed while Yael and I tried our best to hide our awkwardness. Sarah checked the photo and nodded satisfaction. Perfect. We all look great. This photo will keep me company at work, especially during the upcoming hectic days. Sarah spoke in a humorous tone and we all laughed along. Ethan gave her a reassuring pat on her shoulder before he took her hand. We have all the time in the world, Sarah. Let's get going now so we don't get home too late. Yosh, let's go. As we stepped out of the restaurant and climbed out into the car, I found myself feeling both excited and nervous about what's to come. I know what's to come. We're uninstalling Klein. It was surprisingly one good day. We had a great time together. Don't even open up the Klein app, just uninstall. I don't remember when was the last time I had this much fun. Ethan dropped me and Yael off in our apartment building. Thanks again for everything today, guys. Yael echoed my sentiment, thanking Sarah and Ethan for a fun day out. Sarah, as always, brushed off the formalities and joked with Yael. I told you, boy, no need to be so formal with us. We had a great time too. Let's definitely hang out soon, double date, double date. I don't know how it's come to this. Yael joining my hangouts with my sister and her fiance. It's so obvious she's taken a liking to him for some reason. Sarah then mentioned her upcoming work trip, but I couldn't help but tease her about her plans with Ethan. Right, you'll be returned to work in 2 days. Yes, unfortunately, but I'm going to make the most of my last 2 days here. And let me guess, that means spending time with Ethan at some romantic spot, right? Both Ethan and Sarah laughed at my little quip. As much as I'd like to, I have work to do, so she'll be on her own for most of the time. Oh, but at least I'll be staying at my all-time favorite hotel in the city. It's that one hotel near Red Road, remember? Ah, yes, I know the one. You always stay at the hotel whenever you come to visit us during your breaks. Sarah smiled and nodded. Exactly. It's close to your place as well, so you should let me visit when I do get bored during my stay, okay? Yeah, go for it. So you have a plan. Sounds like a good one. Ethan joined with a chuckle and offered a few nods as well. Well, I hope you have a great time and safe travels. As the conversation came to an end, Sarah and Ethan took their leave, leaving me with Yael. This game has not been that scary. Our footsteps echoed down the quiet hallway as we entered the building and made our way up to the upper floor. You two have such a great relationship. It's really nice to see. Yael's unexpected compliment caught me off guard, but warmed my heart nonetheless. Yeah, she's like a second mom to me sometimes. That's really sweet. You're lucky to have a sister like her. Well, we're each other's only family here in the city, so it's important for us to stay close. Mom is extremely busy with her job and often doesn't have time to even visit us, so... Yael nodded with a sympathetic expression. I understand. Family is important, especially when one is far away from home. Exactly. That's why I'm grateful for Sarah. She's always there for me. And you for her, I'm sure. It's a two-way street after all. And I kind of doubt that I am, but I do hope I can do the same for her. That's not true. I'm sure you're already trying your best, Uriel. He'll give me a reassuring smile as he said so. Thank you. We've had our fair share of disagreements, but at the end of the day, we always have each other's best interests at heart. That's all you can ask for in a sibling. I'm happy you have someone like her, Uriel. Your sister's quite an energetic person, yet so nurturing as well. It's a rare sight to see someone like her nowadays. Ethan seems like a very humble man too. They make a great couple. We'll make a great couple. Oh, I can just imagine how happy my sister would be if she were to hear all this. I'll tell her. I'm sure my sister would be more than happy to hear that kind of compliment. Or, I think you're also a good brother to your sisters, Yael. I patted his shoulder softly. I'm sure your siblings are happy to have such a caring brother like you already. Marry me. Yael laughed at my words and nodded sheepishly. Marry me. You think so? That means a lot coming from you, Uriel, yeah? Let's date. I have to admit, I was a bit nervous about spending the day with you, your sister, and your fiancé at first. But it turned out to be one of the best days I've had in a long time. Oh, well, there's more days to come, Yael. I'm grateful for the opportunity to spend time with you guys. Yael looked at me, smiling earnestly. I feel the same way too. It was really sudden how she'd invite you, but I'm glad to see you getting along with her playfulness and all. Yael chuckled at my words in response. She's fun to spend time with. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without her. Well, I'm sure you won't have to find out. Now here we are, your doorstep. Yael stopped in front of my apartment door, and I turned to face him. Thanks for walking me here. It's always a bit creepy walking down this hallway alone. Anytime. And don't worry, I'm sure there's nothing to be scared. That's a red flag. Or not a red flag, that's a death flag. I chuckled as reassurance, grateful for the company. Good night, Yael. Good night. Take care. Good night, good night. As I closed the door behind me, I took my phone out from my pocket to check on the time. Today was great. I hope I sleep well tonight. I shoved my phone back in my pocket, then locked the door before walking into my bedroom. Now, uninstall KLEIN. Go ahead, don't hesitate. Oh. The presentation this morning was intense. You two really nailed with those sales figures. Thanks, Briar. It took a lot for sure, but we got there in the end. Teamwork pays off, right? True, I'm glad things worked out in the end. We're all amazing. I'm sure we could have nailed it from the beginning. Says the one who had such a bad stomachache because she was nervous. We all try to laugh at Cassie's remark about Briar. But hey, speaking of teamwork, did you guys see the hilarious photo someone shared in the office group chat? I couldn't stop laughing. Mr. Delaires looks so funny with his hair up like that. Well, I want to see it. Oh yeah, I saw that. With how harsh Mr. Delaires can be sometimes, I think it's deserved for him to be publicly embarrassed like that. Oh no. We all nod in agreement, and as we turn around, Briar spoke up again. Her tone turned a little more serious. Speaking of photos, reminds me, Cassie, Uriel, have you seen those Gore pictures that have been circulating online? Huh? Which ones? The ones where some woman's head was bashed in with the glass bookshelf. It's brutal. Oh, what the heck? That's crazy. Briar, you need to stop browsing stuff like that, dude. No, wait, it's not like I looked up on my own this time. It's all over the news. Oh, that's me. That's my future. Listen, it's super crazy. Gruesome. There's blood everywhere. It's like a scene from a horror movie. Here we go again with Briar's ramblings. She's always had this morbid curiosity about some gore and gruesome content. I'm gonna die, aren't I? I never join in these kind of conversations every time she brings it up. It makes me feel a bit squeamy, and she never takes things too far either, so we just let her be. Oh wait, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. I just saw the article. I told you! And you know, the killer left the scene before the police arrived. They're still loose. It's the Kleins. The Klein bots are coming. They're coming in masses. It took place in that hotel somewhere on Red Road, right? That's my sister. My sister's there. Pretty nearby, I'd say. Oh no, that's my sister. Man, can you imagine stumbling upon something like this? I'd be traumatized for life. I'm gonna call my sister after this. Well, I saw the picture already. Okay, I'll stop here. I don't want Uriel to be too uncomfortable. Yeah, right. And then you'll bring it up again next time. Sorry. No one could really keep up with my interest other than you guys. Come on, we know you're not sorry. Cassius shook his head in disapproval of Briar's apology. Well, so long as you don't shove those pictures in front of my face. Yeah, don't do it. You heard her, Briar. I shuddered at the thought of seeing those photos of the crime scene. Unlike Briar, Gore has never been my thing. I remember stumbling upon a Gore video once. It affected me much more than I ever could have imagined. The images lingered in my mind, haunting me with a series of nightmares. Oh, I remember that I have to pick up some food for my I just remembered that I have to pick up some food for my friend. Oh. I hope the store isn't closed yet. Gotta go, guys. Briar swiftly departed, her heels clacking against the pavement. Heh. Well, that's what she gets for being too caught up in her little conspiracy theories. By the way, I gotta peace out too, Uriel. I have a date with my boyfriend. Ooh, have fun. Oh, right. Enjoy your night, Cassius. Let's do a double date. You, your boyfriend, me, Yael. It'll be wonderful. He smiled and waved goodbye before turning around and leaving. Goodbye. Oh, I voice cracked. This is a lot of reading. The game said it would take 40 to 1 hour to read, but I'm taking much longer because I'm slow. With that done, I shoved my phone back to my pocket and made my way home. Heading down the street, I can feel how sore my body feels. It has been an exhausting week, and all I wanted was to go home and decompress. Girl, you forgot this. Al's presence always takes me aback. He's so quiet that it's like he appears out of nowhere. Oh, you talked to me. I didn't even see him coming up to me. I look at him closely, taking in his skinny frame and black roots that's dyed in pink. Oh, thanks, Al. I didn't even notice I dropped it. Is he the serial killer? I took the sanitizer bottle from him. I noticed his trembling hands. Even though the weather, it wasn't cold at all. I hesitated for a moment, wondering if I should say something. Are you okay? Are you okay? Is everything okay? You seem a bit nervous. I wonder if I should have kept my mouth shut. Al's fingers fiddled with the hem of his suit as he gave me a small nod. I'm fine, thanks. His voice is husky, yet gentle with a subtle shakiness. That was probably the first time I've heard him speak. Are you sure? Look, if there's anything I can help... Well, he nods again, this time almost imperceptibly. Yeah, I should go. Sorry. Al quickly turns and walks away. His pink hair swishes as he goes away hurriedly. Now I should head home. The presentation really took a lot out of me. Just as I'm about to cross the street, my phone rings. The sudden sound startles me as I fumble with my phone to answer it. Hello, Ethan? Uriel. Hey, Uriel. Thank God you answered. Your mother won't pick up my call, so I had to call you instead. I've got some news to tell you. Relay this to your mom later, okay? I could tell from the tremble in his voice that something was terribly wrong. My heart pounded harder in my chest, and a sense of foreboding crept up in my spine. God, I don't know how to say this. What's going on? Are you okay? There was a long pause before he spoke again, and it felt like an eternity. Sarah, she's gone, Uriel. She's dead. My heart felt like it stopped beating for a moment, and I struggled to breathe. I felt like the air had been knocked out of my lungs somehow. What? What do you mean she's gone? I went to the hotel to pick her up earlier today, but when I got to her room, I found her like that. I found her dead. My mind went blank for a moment. I couldn't comprehend the words that Ethan had just spoken. Oh my gosh, are you sure it was her? I'm sorry, Uriel, but it's her. It's true. I could barely believe it myself. I saw her ID. I couldn't stay in the room any longer. I had to get out. But unfortunately, it's true, Sarah. I could hear the pain and horror in his voice, and it made my stomach churn. I can't believe she's gone. We were supposed to get married sometime next year. We had so many plans. A life together. A future. And now, it's all gone. I don't know how to go on without her. The weight of his sorrow is almost tangible. I keep thinking about all the things I wish I had said to her, all the things I wish I had done differently. I feel like I failed her, like I wasn't there when she needed me the most. If only I chose to keep her company instead of going back to work this morning. She could have lived. I could have saved her, or took her place. Sarah, she was my everything. I could feel the despair weighing down on me too. It's like the air around me became heavy and oppressive. Ethan, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to say. There were no words to ease the pain of losing someone you love. What are we going to do? Should we call the police? You should have called the police yesterday. I already did. They're here. But I don't know. This doesn't feel right, Uriel. It's like someone did this on purpose. Obviously they did it on purpose. No. This can't be happening. Sarah, why her? Why now? Tears welled up in my eyes, and I felt a lump forming my throat. I couldn't believe that my sister was gone in such an awful way. And I couldn't even say goodbye. I need to see her. I need to know for sure that it's her. I understand, but please don't. I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't see her like that, Uriel. It's not a pretty sight. There was a heavy silence on the other end of the line, and I could imagine him rubbing his eyes with one hand, the other clutching his phone. Also, Uriel, I need to warn you. Please stay away from the internet for a little while, okay? There are some pictures going around the crime scene. I don't know how they got out, but they're really graphic. Oh my gosh, Briar showed me. It's not something you'd want to see. I'm sorry, Ethan. I'm hanging up now. My voice came out weak and trembling. As I hung up the phone, I felt like a part of me had died with Sarah. My knees buckled beneath me, and I had to lean against the wall for support. My hands were shaking so violently that I dropped my phone to the ground. The world around me seemed to blur into a nauseating swirl of colors and shapes. The hum of traffic outside sounded like a distant wail, and the sickening smell of garbage wafted through the air. It's like the world became a little darker and a little colder. I don't know how to move forward from this. My whole body feels cold. Wait, Klein. I might be able to talk to him. Oh, he gone. What? He's not here? Unable to load data, Avatar Klein. What the heck? Why is it glitching now of all times? Missing data? How could that even happen? Please reinstall the app. Well, I'm uninstalling it. I ain't downloading it again. Forget about that. I need to clear my head and think straight again. I kept walking, trying to calm down and breathe normally, but my lungs are struggling. My heart is racing like crazy. I feel so overwhelmed, like everything's closing in on me. Oh, Yael, please be alive. I can't handle this. I just can't. What should I do? Try down to Yael. Go. Yeah, Yael, you're alive, right? I immediately scrolled down my contact list to find his contact number. Yael, right. We met a while back, and we just hung out not too long ago, too. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Yeah, comfort me, please. Please be alive. Without thinking too much, I pressed his number and dialed. Please be alive. Please answer. Please answer. And after what felt like an eternity, the dial tone finally ceased, and the call was answered. Hello, Uriel? I felt a sense of relief as I heard his voice on the other end. He answered. Oh, tell me what just happened. Ask if you... Yeah, please, can I visit your place, man? I mustered the courage to speak up and ask for his company. I know this is so sudden, but would it be alright if I could come over to your place? I don't know. I think I just really need a company right now. That sounds very pathetic of me. Oh my gosh, but who cares right now? I really feel like I can't let myself be alone right now. A profound silence enveloped the conversation, broken only by the faint sounds of traffic in the background. Of course, you're welcome to come over. I'm on my way home from work, so it'll take a bit. Do you want me to stay on the phone with you until I arrive? Yes. I'm currently driving, but I can still talk. Well, don't crash your car, okay? I couldn't find the words to respond. Instead, I broke down and started crying over the phone. Oh no, Uriel. Please, wait a little longer. I'll stay in the call for the time being, alright? Tell me anything that's on your mind. He remained on the line while driving, doing his best to provide comfort. He's a keeper. Occasionally, I had to repeat myself, understanding that his attention was divided between driving and comforting me, so I didn't push it. But just knowing he was there, even through the phone, hearing his voice brought a sense of calmness and stability. We continued our conversation on the phone for a while longer, finding solace in Yael's presence, albeit distant. Oh, just meet me already, man. Comfort me, please. Shortly after, I heard a knock on my door, and Yael stood before me with a worried expression. That night, I found solace in Yael's presence, opening up and sharing my burdened heart. I poured out my stress, describing how surreal my sister's death felt due to its suddenness. I'm so scared. What if the murderer is after my family? Uriel, I wish I could assure you of your family's safety, but I can't provide false assurances or reassurances. The best thing we can do right now is try our best to remain safe. We don't need any more victims. And I'm sure your sister wants you to be safe as well, too. I've always admired Yael's strength and wisdom, even in such difficult times. True, sorry. I just can't stop overthinking right now. That's perfectly understandable, Uriel. I can't fully understand your experience, but I want you to know that I genuinely care about how you're feeling. I'm crying so much. How embarrassing. I'm thankful that you're letting me be in your company right now. I can't imagine being alone in this kind of situation myself, knowing how hard it could be to just ask for help. Yael reached his hand out to give my back a gentle, reassuring rub. I'm here to listen, Uriel. Share as much or as little as you feel comfortable with. Sometimes talking about your thoughts and worries can provide some relief. Thank you, Yael. Of course, please take it one step at a time. We'll go through this together. I ended up staying at Yael's place for almost a week because I couldn't bear the thought of being alone. The fear of my sister's murderer still being at large kept me on the edge. But I still think I might be ready to be on my own now. I don't want to impose on Yael any longer. You sure you'll be fine on your own now? Yeah, it's been almost a week since I've been staying at your place. I don't want to burden you any further. Besides, I'm feeling much better now compared to that first night. Yael's eyes held a mix of worry and concern as he looked at me. Alright, if you say so. But remember, if you need anything, please, just give me a call. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks so much, Yael. Yes, I should be able to handle things right now. I need to accept the reality that Sarah is no longer with us. I should uninstall. Klein, please tell me I did. I can't let myself remain sad and gloomy all the time. It's not what she would have wanted. You know, as she once told me, I need to find my strength and get back on my feet. Yael chuckled softly at my words. That's the spirit. But please, remember not to push yourself too hard. Be gentle to yourself, Uriel. Oh, you're a keeper, Yael, you're a keeper. Since that moment, Yael and I have found ourselves drawn closer to each other, spending more and more time in each other's presence. We often make plans to share meals after our respective work days, chatting in cozy coffee shops or lively eateries. In the midst of my grief, Yael proves to be an unwavering pillar of support, even accompanying me during the occasion of my sister's funeral. During those dark moments, his presence brought a ray of light and offered a shoulder to lean on, for which I am forever grateful. Let's get married. And right now, we're spending our time together. Again, let's get married. I'm yet to receive this month's paycheck, and I'm so sorry I couldn't treat us to a meal outside. Why are you sorry, Yael? You're a good cook, don't worry. Besides, dining out excessively isn't healthy or budget-friendly. Next time we hang out, would you let me take care of the bill? Yeah, I'll treat you. I'll be your glucose guardian. Yesn't. Not this again. Why do you dislike being paid so much? Don't you think it's fair? You often pay for my stuff when we hang out. Yael just chuckled a response as he poured over the fried rice on the plate, serving it on the table in front of me. Ooh, be my boyfriend. I hope Klein doesn't get you. You'll know one day. Eat up. It's already late for dinner. I picked up the plate in my hands, took a spoonful of Yael's cooking, then brought it closer to my lips. It's good. His cooking always tasted good and familiar. Yael, there's rice on your cheek. Okay, I'll wipe it later. I'm starving right now, so you don't know. Ooh, up and close and personal. What? Before I could stop him, Yael already leaned so close to me. I'm getting the rice off your face. Stay still. Oh, I will. Stay still. Whew. He's wooing me. Yael leaned in even closer, his thumb resting gently on the lower side of my right cheek. His grip on my shoulder tightened slightly, keeping me still. That's good. Just a little more. Yael's voice carried a soft smile as he whispered to me. Reluctantly, I closed my eyes, allowing Yael to wipe off the rice gently. My heart was racing, thumping loudly in my chest. I'm worried if he could hear me. Alright, done. Watching him lean back against the seat, there's a small sense of disappointment growing in me. Almost as if I was hoping that he wouldn't pull away from me. I could feel my face heating up as a thought crossed my mind. Wait, I didn't even think of that. You're catching feelings, girl. Marry him. Take him. Why did you close your eyes? Yeah, that's kind of funny. You didn't need to laugh at me like that. I won't bother you again, so please continue eating your husband material. Yael looked at me with a soft smile, his own cheeks turning a bit red. He seems just as nervous as me. Yeah. Feeling a mix of embarrassment and gratitude, I turned my gaze away and focused on finishing my plate. It's been a while since I felt this way, overwhelmed with emotion. Oh, marry him, girl, marry him. But then, am I allowed to be happy? Yeah, put a ring on it. Put a ring on that finger. Sarah's death always lingers in the back of my mind, no matter what. It feels so unfair. Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve happiness. Well, survivor's guilt is tough. Tears start streaming down my cheeks, catching me off guard. What? I tried to stop them, but they kept flowing uncontrollably. Uriel, are you okay? What's wrong? Sorry, Yael. I didn't mean to cry like this. Before I could continue, Yael interrupted me, his expression filled with compassion. No, please, don't apologize. Let your feelings speak. His words were so soothing and comforting. It's okay, Uriel. It's okay. I'm right here. I miss her so much. Sarah, she was my sister. And now she's... She's... Shh. Take your time, Uriel. You don't have to say anything if it's too much. It's okay. I'm here for you. Yael's voice was calm and patient, his presence providing a comforting anchor amidst my tears. I just miss her so much. Grief has its way of resurfacing, especially when we least expect it. I feel so guilty for trying to be happy when she's gone. No, please, Uriel. You don't have to feel guilty, not at all. Instead, Sarah would want you to find happiness again. Yael looked at me with concern evident in his eyes. Carefully, he reached out for my shoulder, giving me reassuring rubs. It's okay. I'm here with you. Do you want to continue talking about it, or do you want to stop here and rest? I want to talk, if that's fine.
Yael is he's such a green flag.
Of course that's all right. But before that, let's take deep breaths and try to calm down. Do you think you can do that with me, Uriel?
Oh, he's so fine.
I nod slowly, hiccuping. Okay, that's good. Let's take it slow, okay? I tried to follow Yael's guidance, taking deep breaths to steady myself. My hiccups gradually subsided, and the tears began to slow down. That's it, Uriel. You're doing such a good job. Try to focus on your breathing. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Yael's voice was a balm to my frazzled emotions. His patience and understanding enveloped me, creating a safe space to let go. You're doing great. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, but don't forget to be gentle with yourself. You're allowed to cry, to grieve, for as long as you need to, but don't let it consume you. I'll be here to remind yourself of the strength within you anytime you need to hear it. I nodded, appreciating his words of kindness. There's no right or wrong way to grieve, so please don't be too hard on yourself. Take each day as it comes. I can't take away your pain, but I'd be more than happy to remain by your side as support. If you'd let me, marry me. Take this ring, marry me. Thank you, Yael. I'm grateful to have you by my side. As my tears began to subside, I felt a sense of comfort and warmth, knowing that Yael would be there for me. Man, I should get handcuffs and handcuff my hand to his hand so that Klein doesn't get him. Coping with the death of a loved one is a challenging journey, even with the support of friends. Yael has shown me remarkable patience and understanding during my moments of breakdown and tears, and for that I'm grateful. However, I also realize that I shouldn't solely depend on him. I need to find the strength to move forward on my own as well. Thoughts of Sarah still occupy my mind frequently, but I believe I'm making progress in not allowing grief to overpower me. It's been a busy week and I finally have the time to go to the market. Restocking food at night is the best. Fewer people and discounted prices. Midnight sales are a lifesaver. I love discounts. As I walked in the dimly lit hall, I noticed a figure near my apartment door. I wondered if it could be the maintenance guy working so late at night. I took a few steps forward, whoever was standing there. But then I realized it was Al. Al. Huh? What is Al doing here? I don't think he lives around my place. Or is he just passing by? You gonna run? Oh. He quickly dashed away before I could even drop by a hello. What was he doing here? Suspicious. Ugh, I feel gross. I'm gonna hop in the shower real quick. I dropped the groceries and food I bought from the sale earlier and trailed to my bedroom. As I rummaged through my closet for a change of clothes, I noticed something strange. Wait, where am I? I looked around, but they were nowhere to be found. No, not again. Not this too. It's been happening for a while now. A lot of my belongings have gone missing, as if they just vanished into thin air. What's weird is that there are no signs of someone breaking into my place, yet things just keep disappearing. I started with small things, like my hairbrush and my toothbrush. But now, even my underwear and dirty laundry are gone. Ugh. Was it Al? This is getting ridiculous. I don't know how much more of this I can take. If this keeps up, I'll have to keep buying new things every week and go broke. I tried to ignore it. I was hoping it was just a coincidence or simply my forgetfulness. But now, I can't shake off the feeling that something is not right. No, I don't feel safe here anymore. I can't go on like this. Yael, let me live with you. I hastily grabbed my essential belongings and fled to Yael's place in the middle of the night. Yael, please. Uriel, it's quite late at night. You're lucky I'm not asleep yet, or else I wouldn't have opened the door. You don't look so good. What's up? Did something happen? I'm sorry, but can I talk for a bit? Yael looked at me with worry in his eyes. Of course. Let's get you settled in. And I wonder if I brought some clothes. If not, let me borrow your shirt. That night, I ended up staying in Yael's place and told him about my disappearing items. That's disturbing. Why would someone do that? I wish I knew, Yael. It's not only my toothbrush, hairbrush, and undergarments, but also my other things. My laundry, the dirty ones are being stolen too. Other things? Sorry, never mind. I can't even say it out loud, it's too gross. Oh no. I could see the growing concern in Yael's eyes as he looked at me. He leaned in closer, as if trying to protect me from any danger that may come my way. I'm so sorry this is happening to you, Uriel. You must be so scared. Someone might be stalking you for whatever sick reasons they may have, putting your safety at risk. Yeah, but why? Why would someone do that to me? I can't wrap my head around it either, but whatever reason they may have, it's clear that it's not a good one. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. I never thought I'd be a victim of stalking. We'll figure it out, but for now, you shouldn't be alone. I don't want anything to happen to you, Uriel. Let's make a plan to keep you safe. You can stay with me tonight if you want, or I can find someone else who can stay with you. I appreciate his concern, but the thought of someone following me around, watching me, makes me feel sick. What if they're still watching me? What if they know where I am? Just throw that phone in the trash, burn it. His expression softens at my question. We'll be careful. We'll make sure they can't find you, Uriel. And if anything happens, we'll call the police. Are you okay with that? I nod, feeling a glimmer of hope. With Yael's support and the authorities involved, maybe we could put an end to this nightmare. Right. For now, I think I just want to relax. For now, I just want to relax and not think about the stalker. Yeah, let's not think about it. Let's not think about it. I stood in front of Yael's door, ready to head back to my own apartment. After spending a night at his place, I feel a little better, but the fear was still there. Thank you for having me, Yael. Don't mention it, Uriel. You're always welcome here. I saw his warm smile. My embarrassment from last night's breakdown resurfaced. I ended up crying a lot. Embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I guess I've just been really stressed out. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, Uriel. It's completely normal to feel overwhelmed, especially in your situation. You don't always have to be strong, and that's okay. I will always be here whenever you need it. Oh, he's a green flag! How are you always so nice to everyone? Yael's smile faltered for a moment before he let out a shallow chuckle. I'm just doing what any friend would do. No, not friend. Boyfriend. Correct it. But maybe I'm a little nicer to you than most. Come on, read the signs, girl. Read the signs, girl. Yael hesitated for a moment, as if choosing his words carefully. His voice now came out gentler than before. Oh, bro, just confess. It's just that I enjoy your company, and I want to make sure that you're always safe and happy. Please never mind what I said. Huh? Again, you don't need to ask for permission next time. My place will always be open for you. Okay, thanks, Yael. Yael's words lingered in my head for a moment, as well as thoughts about Al potentially being my stalker. He probably is your stalker, man. He probably is your stalker. Maybe my coworkers are right about Al. He does seem a bit strange. I mean, he doesn't even live around my place. So what was he doing that night then? I don't want to think badly of him, but I can't deny that the evidence is starting to add up. I can't help but think that Al's the culprit behind my disappearing items. If Al really is behind this, I need to make sure he doesn't get the wrong idea. Better to be safe than sorry. days later. Today's work was rough, but I'm glad I still managed to make something for Yael. I wanted to show Yael my gratitude for all his help these past few days. I decided to make him some of his favorite food. So here I am, standing outside his apartment with a bag of homemade cinnamon rolls in my hand. Ooh, I see the romance. Romance is romancing. I knocked the door with anticipation. Hey Yael, it's me, Uriel. I made you something. Homemade cinnamon rolls. It's a little something I made to thank you for keeping me company during my, I guess you could call it my depression week. It's barely as good as cooking, but hey, at least I tried, right? It's the thought that counts. Yael? Weird. Is he currently not home? Uh-oh. Oh, he's so dead. To my surprise, the doorknob turns easily, and I realize that the door has been unlocked all this time. Oh, just open the girl. Don't hesitate. Just open the door. Open the door. Girl. Yeah, I have your favorite food here, so why don't you open the door for me? Your door's unlocked, by the way. I'm forgetful of you. Is it okay if I step inside? Still silence. I really don't want to just enter his place like that without his permission to just enter, man. It feels like I'm breaching his privacy, but I feel like I have to do this. Oh, you dead, girl, you dead. He dead. The apartment is dark and quiet. I could smell a faint scent of burnt toast in the air. Uh-oh. I approach his bedroom door, knocking on it. Sorry for stepping inside without permission. You forgot to lock the door. And also, I want to give you some cinnamon rolls I made for you. Those cinnamon rolls are not going to be eaten. There's still no response. Is he okay? Maybe I should try coming inside. Oh my gosh. Your neck, bro. Are you alive? What the heck? Uh-oh. I suppressed the urge to vomit. No. Oh, you're still looking. Yeah. Okay, try help him. Help him. The stench of blood and it was a timed event. The stench of blood and decay was overpowering, and I need to get the smell out of my nostrils. I want to leave. No, don't leave. I'm scared. No. No, save your boyfriend. But then I heard Yael's weak moans, and I knew I couldn't leave him to die alone. No, call the police. I had to help him. At least, I had to try. I forced myself to take a deep breath, and then another, as I carefully approached Yael's bloodied body. The sight of his gaping wound made me want to scream, but I gripped my teeth and focused on finding his pulse. Don't find your pulse, band-aid it up! Yael, hang in there, please. No, call the hospital. My voice is barely audible above his rasping breath. No, pick up your phone and call it. No, pick up his phone. Actually, your phone is compromised, girl. He looked up at me, his eyes wide and pleading. Yael, don't talk, man. You're gonna make it worse. Shh. Stop. Yael's breathing grew more labored, and I could see the fear in his eyes. My gosh. Who did this to him? What did they do to him? Yeah. Yael coughed and sputtered, blood bubbling from his mouth. No, stop talking! Don't talk. Just yet, please. Just keep breathing. Yeah, breathe, man, breathe. I fumbled for my phone, trying to dial the emergency number with shaking fingers. Hello, 818? There's a man here with me. He was like this when I found him. I'm his friend. Yes, we're at apartment at XXX road number. As I waited for the ambulance to arrive, I tried to keep Yael conscious, talking to him and holding his hand. Yael's eyes soon drifted shut, and his grip on my hand loosened. Oh no. I panicked, thinking he was slipping away. But then he gasped for breath again. Oh, survive, please, survive. When the ambulance finally arrived, I felt a surge of relief washing over me, knowing that Yael would have a chance to live. Oh no. But as they reeled him away, I couldn't shake the feeling of horror that clung to me like a second skin. Something doesn't feel right.